After a long separation, Amina and her son were finally together again. Now, whenever she wanted to hold his hand, he was right beside her. They held each other tight, like they were trying to make up for every single day they had been apart. They never wanted to be separated again. This reunion helped ease the pain of those long, difficult years. After spending a year and a half together, they went to Medina to visit their relatives and his father's grave. When they reached the grave, you could see the sorrow in Amina's eyes. Her mind and heart were filled with longing for the days she had spent with her husband. As if she had just lost him, she began to cry. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ was born an orphan. He opened his eyes to this world without a father. He never got to feel the warmth of his love and care. With his tiny hands, he had always wanted to hold his father's hand, but it was never there. And at that moment, he felt the absence of his father once again. At the same time, he couldn't bear to see his mother in such pain. And so, the two of them cried together. At least his mother was by his side. That was giving him comfort. But for Amina, the time to leave this world was also drawing near. She would soon join her husband. Her reunion with her son did not last long. On their way back to Mecca, she became ill. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ was only 6 years old. When they reached a place called Abwa, her illness grew worse. She was in great pain. But two things hurt her even more. The thought of leaving her child behind and knowing that at such a young age, he would now have to live his life both without a father and a mother. As her final moments approached, she looked at her son. The look on her face said more than words ever could. Just before her last breath, she uttered these words to her son. Every living being dies, every new thing becomes old, and all who age will eventually die. Everything in this world is temporary and will come to an end. Yes, I will die too, but my name will be remembered forever. For I gave birth to a pure and righteous child, someone who will remember me with goodness. A few moments later, her voice faded and her body became still. The only sound left was the tears of the Prophet ﷺ. His gentle heart was burning with an indescribable pain. A journey that began to visit his father's grave ended with burying his mother. To lose his mother after having already lost his father. Who knows how many years those words would echo in his ears. Whenever the other kids called out mom, his eyes would fall to the ground. In his tearful eyes, he would always remember the final moments of the one he loved the most. In those moments, his caretaker, Ayman, was by his side. She tried to calm little Muhammad's feelings and wipe away his tears.